Káàárọ̀ Jirebi and ṣàlàáfíà ni a kí yín káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò Morning Spring láàárọ̀ yìí àkànṣe ètò ní fún ayẹyẹ ìdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ wa tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ọdún kẹwàá tí a dá ẹ̀ka ti rédíò wa sílẹ̀ Rave 91.7 FM àti ọdún kẹta tí a dá ẹ̀ka ti tẹlifíṣàn sílẹ̀ Western Spring Television. Èyí ni àyájọ́ ọjọ́ tí à ń ṣe gbogbo tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àṣà wa àti ìwọṣọ wa pàápàá jùlọ nírú ọjọ́ ìní. And for those wondering what's going on here, it's the Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Orúkọ tèmi ni Fẹ́mi Òjó, mo kí yín káàbọ̀. Akẹgbẹ́ mi wà níbí. Tèmítọ́pẹ́ Ajíjọlólúwọlá. Tọ́pẹ́ Ajírebí. Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, Mr. Femi.
Right.
God. Good morning to you, dear viewer. Ẹ káàárọ̀, Mr. Femi.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí.
Cheers, dada.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Àjíǹde ara jẹ́. Àtúntì jí láàárọ̀ yìí láti ṣe ní ta máa ń ṣe lórí ètò yìí.
God.
Tí ń ṣe Morning Spring ẹ̀ka ètò
Kí ni
ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń
Morning
lọ
Spring?
àti ìròyìn ní ilé-iṣẹ́ Western Spring Television. Good morning.
Good morning to
Yeah.
you. Good morning, dear viewer. Thank you for joining us today. It's a beautiful morning, and like Femi rightly said, it's Cultural Day, and this part of the world, this part of the TV. I'm super glad to welcome you to this installment. It is the second installment for the week, and it's still the normal issues going on in the country. They're not normal, but yes,
Yeah, not normal.
they are what we have right now, you know. Well, my name is Temitope Ajíjọlólúwọlá, and we're going to be talking about some of the particular thing that is going on, the insecurity, right, on the show later today. But we'll start with the newspaper review, where we tell you what is going on, you know, in the country, around the world, through all of the pages of the papers, some of the papers that we have. And we're ready to serve you the headlines and then to enjoy, you know, our anniversary after the show.
Tèmítọ́pẹ́, àwọn Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní pátápátá là fọ́jú, kùnàkùnà là dẹ́tẹ̀, ojú
Kùnà
àfọ̀fọ́
kùmọ̀kùmọ̀.
tán, ìjà ní dálẹ̀, bí iná òde tán láṣọ, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò lè tán lè kánná.
I hear
Which
that one.
translates to until we have headway with these current challenges, noticeable, evident headway, not the kind of headway, not the kind of development that needs to be explained, as we've been seeing the last 2 years, where it will take the handlers of the government to explain that, can't you see your life is getting better? No. It's like you telling me, I'm putting out a native attire this morning. Oh, you are putting, can't you see? No, I know. I put it on. I know this is what I'm putting on. So the kind of explanations, oh, the president is working on Sunday. He's taking sacrifice. He was supposed to go to G20. No, he has shelved his whatever, his schedule, and he's doing this and he's doing that. All of those things will only work. My party show yesterday is you go explain tired until we can see results. Those girls from Papiri, are they back? Those girls from, the student pupils from Papiri in Niger State, are they back? All of them. The girls that were abducted in Kebbi, Magaluka government, Maga in Danko Wasago, are they back? The ones that were returned in Kwara State, in what circumstance? Was there ransom paid? Was he a martyr of the government and his agencies going after those people, neutralizing all of them, apprehending all of them, and getting our, people back? Or it was just a case of the end justified the means, actually, because some will say, what else do you need? What do you want to know? The abducted people in Kwara have been brought back. That's all matters. But then, do you mean that it was the effort of the Nigerian security architecture that brought those guys back? Or money? Let's say it as it is, as exchange hands. Because you can't say they are being rescued. Rescued how? So if it was a rescue mission, how about the abductors? Because we can't see anybody saying they have been neutralized. Oh, we killed 2 of them. Oh, 4 of them escaped with gunshot injury. And okay, we're able to apprehend 3. No apprehension, no neutralizing, no photos of the detained ones. All we got was, oh, they have been rescued. And that's what Nigerians are saying. Don't use that word. If you are paid, say you are paid. If you are paid and because of ego or what you call national security, you can't admit that you are paid. Don't find another word. They are being returned. It's okay. Don't say they are being rescued. Who rescue what? Do you rescue when actually ransom is paid? These are the issues. And I think it's high time our leaders came through with truth. I'm telling Nigerians, I used to say we are very funny people, but especially when it comes to leadership, we are easily, our mind is easily swayed. Thank you. Oh, somebody said, but he has done what he's supposed to do. But if that rescue could work in Kwara, why is it not working in Kebbi? Why is it not working in Niger?
I mean, the people that were brought home, most of them are adults.
And
these are
so how about children
exactly.
that you are supposed to rescue immediately? Let that rescue continue now. Because if it was really rescue, if it happened in Kwara, let it happen in Kebbi.
Dynamics.
Yeah, dynamics. Or whatever you call it, let those children be back. The teenagers are adopted in Borno. What for? Is it because they want to help them to do whatever? We all know we can make him friends. And that's why we are having all of these things. And then we learned the Nigerian government and the US government.
Good tidings.
What?
They brought you good tidings. That's
good. Let the good tidings spread, actually. Because for adults, it's good that they are back. How about the children? We are in the same category when it comes to parenthood in a kind of way. And you can't imagine your words.
The trauma.
Not just because they are missing. You know where they are. Even though you don't know where they are. Yeah. But you don't know who they are with. Terrible people that are irrational. That can kill. I was watching one movie last night, they heard. And it's quite a controversial movie now. People are making all kind of reviews. And then it juggles your brain to see some of the terrible things that happen. When it comes to abduction, we see situations where those who are abducted actually are begging for ransom. And whenever they make those calls, and I've listened to live experiences of people, they inflict pains on them. So that by the time you are hearing at the other side, you do anything to make sure they are out. And there will be instances when those who go to deliver ransom are abducted.
Killed and abducted as well.
Again, the ransom payer further abducted, sometimes they are killed, and the person they are even paying ransom for has been killed
as well.
So these are people that they are not daredevils. They don't care. And that's why Nigerian raised eyebrow when a certain Kelvin name, he was part of those people that was given pardon. No, you don't give a kidnapper pardon. No, because kidnapping is not done out of mistake. It's a carefully planned thing. Actually, it takes a daredevil to do that. And so we must just do better. We learned there is an agreement, at least from the Nigerian side, between the US and Nigeria. And Nigerians are saying, I beg, let US corroborate this talk. You know why? And it's quite a shameful thing. When your government comes out to say, oh, we have a bilateral agreement with this nation, we have an understanding, and all of a sudden, maybe 3 weeks after that, the other nation will say, well, we're not part of it too. It happened in Dubai. It happened with Qatar. And Nigerians are saying, all these things that you have said, let the US government or the US Congress put out a written document that, yes, we have agreed to this, and it shows the distrust between the Nigerian people.
You've said it all, Femi. But then we need to also tell you that some parts of the agreement are non-binding. So they can wake up. America can wake up tomorrow and say, this one that we thought we agreed on, we are pulling out. We're not doing it. We're not going ahead with it. So
are you even sure somebody is not playing with semantics there? What does non-binding agreement mean?
It's an agreement. Well, probably there are clauses or there are conditions on which such an agreement
Are you sure it's not just a gist between two individuals on the sideline?
Let's not put it that way.
Well,
they said it was a high-level delegation.
And so some of those...
I don't expect, defense departments from both countries, powerful countries, to come together and have a play talk. No, there are serious conversations.
Maybe some of those, they put out so many things.
Yeah, we understand. Like maybe there were some topics that were done on the sidelines.
You are talking about serious issues here. And you are saying non-binding agreement.
Yes.
So why is an agreement non-binding?
It's better to put the clause. Because dynamics, like I talked about dynamics, just like you go into the courtroom and they say technicalities. So we have to put into consideration some dynamics that may happen. Like tomorrow now, some other people may come in and talk about another abduction and all of those. Dynamics may come in there and it will be non-binding. And apart from that, the fact that some people have also been raising concerns that they hope that when this, because some part of the agreement said they'll release some defense mechanism or, equipments, right?
Intel, technology.
Right. So if those happen, so what if, just what if, some actors now, quote unquote, some actors, decide to keep some of these things for themselves, or in the end, you begin to see these same equipments that were released by the US maybe a day or two after, you begin to see it with bandits and all. So those may be, some. So let's just wait in the coming days. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
But I realize you have to talk about because I'm not sure you are holding brief for the government of the day.
We have to be balanced. We have to look at it from the lens of the government.
Yeah, we have to be. That's why we are here. Saying it as it is, I understand. But then we look into that in the course of the program. Stay with us. Right, we could start the headline segment today with the Nigerian Tribune, and clearly written there, insecurity. Insecurity, Southwest governors advocate enhanced forest surveillance. Southwest governors advocate enhanced forest surveillance. With riders want the federal government to deploy forest guards across the region, to set up regional security fund, intelligence sharing system, demand state police now. Express concern on unregulated interstate migration, demand state police now. And you can see the governors of the Southwest, these particular meeting, and you have all of them in this particular picture, except for the Osun State government and the governor.
Representative there.
That was represented by the his deputy, Prince Kola. They will say, I wouldn't know for how long they had it, because I've seen another picture in which the governor was there as well, actually. And so these are the issues. One caught my attention here. One of these riders is demand state police now. From who? From the federal government. 5 of these guys are 5 of the 6 are APC governors. Their daddy is the Mr. President that we're talking about. The APC government has a majority at both chambers of the National Assembly.
I think it's 4 of them.
Okay. Yeah. Apart from Seyi Makinde
and Osun
State governor. So 4 of them are APC governors. The APC dominates the National Assembly. So why are they not talking with their representatives, with their senators, with their daddy in Abuja? That's Mr. President himself. I'm saying this to say there are some things that will look like playing to the gallery, actually. Because if actually you need something, you know the people to talk to, actually. So it's not just, this is what our people are clamoring about, clamoring on. So let's see it. Let's just see it. It's like we in this particular place are saying, something that has to do with technical stuff, and you are not talking with the engineers or the CEO, or you have the CEO, the chairman at your beck and call, and you're not speaking with him. And you go outside of the building to be saying, we need light. We need all of these things. You know the person to talk to. I think it's as
well. I think it's coming from a place of, it's one Nigeria and it belongs to us all.
Okay.
We should use this platform to say that although we are in this government, we also need you, the minority governors, to join us.
Well, as far as
your
this
voices.
particular region is concerned, is the 6th state. And whatever they have here should be apolitical, because it's about the people.
Exactly.
The southwestern part of Nigeria. I understand.
From that angle.
I'm only saying, if they need state police, they know the people to talk to. Actually.
And you know, when you have some issues, there are some times that you leverage upon whatever is happening at the moment. They're leveraging upon the resurgence in insecurity. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. And by the way, not just leveraging, they have a work to do, a lot of work cut out for them. Because
especially as Kwara State Governor was just involved, I mean, his state was just involved in it.
Shares boundary with
so they are very
Kwara.
weighty.
Ekiti shares boundary with Kwara. These are some of the issues. All right, we hope they walk the talk. And when they are asking about forest guards, what has become of Amateku, I say, actually? And, you know, there is no way you talk about Amateku, you will not remember Arakuri, Rotimi Akiri, because he was at the forefront of that. He fought whatever he could fight at that time to get to that particular point. But it seems the energy has waned.
Yeah, that's what happens when it's visionary of a particular
But they made it a regional vision.
Yeah, joint vision.
Amateku is even Southwest Security Network, codenamed Amateku.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But there are visionaries, and when they begin to leave, vision dies.
Right. And this is, although there are...
we don't know now if Amateku is suspended, if it's scrapped,
I know there are one or two issues they have in
asleep. Yeah.
But I think they are functioning in Ondo, Ekiti, and all of those places. Lagos, you know, is it even having anything to do with Amateku? So they have a neighborhood watch. So they have never been part of that particular plan. Moving on, infrastructure takes a lead as Makinde proposes 891.99 billion appropriation bill for 2026. Pledges fair, humane approach to circular road issue, vows compensation, resettlement options. And below that, NNPCL declares 5.4 trillion naira profit after tax for 2024. 5.4 trillion naira. That's some money there. Now, health. Now, it's not just about the, you know, the profit and the gains being made. How much is being remitted? That's just another thing, because it's a one thing to say we made 5.4 trillion naira. So the whole 5.4 trillion naira has it been remitted? Can it be accounted for? As that can be audited? These are some.
Isn't that the same NNPCL that has some, you know, digging in about financial? Whatever that was.
There is an audit that was done to the NNPCL, and I'm not sure it has been made public, you know, and nobody is being reprimanded, actually. All right. Health. New research confirms HIPV vaccination prevents cervical cancer. We hope it, you know, as it is, so that at least we will have one less of a problem to deal with, especially our precious girls and women. UK rejects Nigeria's request to transfer Ekweremadu back home to serve prison term. Atiku formally joins ADC as Obi keeps party on edge. HRD Awolowo Foundation hybrid lecture hosts today. You know, before I leave the Nigerian Tribune, the UK rejects Nigeria's request to transfer Ekweremadu back home to serve prison term. Let me talk about these are the issues. What is Nigeria as a state's business with requesting having anything to do with Ekweremadu's trial?
Very valid point.
I can't imagine that, because it was a ranking officer. Okay, that has you know, it gives credence to the fact that if whatever happened with Ekweremadu in the UK were to be in Nigeria, nothing would have happened. In fact, the whistleblower, the boy in question, possibly would be the one being victimized right now because of man no man, because of the big man syndrome. Do you know who I am in this place? Now, justice has taken its course there, and there is no lawyer representing either Mrs. Ekweremadu or Ike Ekweremadu himself. And this is not mockery. No, we are just saying it as it is, that has said, oh, it has been a travesty of justice. Whatever they have been discussing is tempered justice with mercy. So, as far as the UK court is concerned, it's culpable. Why is Nigerian government as a state meddling in that trial that has to do with organ harvesting? And they are saying, being involved in negotiation and bring him back for us. Let him come and serve the prison term here. In what capacity? What message are we passing? I don't seem to understand.
Yeah, there are dynamics to the case. And for Ike Ekweremadu, with all sincerity, when the whole thing was going on, I think some Nigerians sympathized with him, you know.
From the parental angle
aspect, yeah,
of a parent who would do anything for the child.
See, just like one of our lawyers, an analyst on the show, was saying the other day. I think it was I've forgotten his name now. The one from the University of Hull. He was saying it that Dr. Latif was saying that there are some things in our own law that our law accepts, just like the illegality thing with how Nnamdi Kanu was brought into the country and all of those. In the US, really, because I've seen and I've read about that. In the US, every other thing you want to talk about will be disqualified because on that technicality, I mean, in the first place,
it's knocked off.
You don't have a case. But there, so from the Nigerian angle, we were saying that a discussion was had. You agreed. But in the UK, it's a different ballgame entirely. So on that particular point,
especially once it doesn't come with maybe a minor,
exactly,
a documented consent.
It's the document now, because the guy himself could have been, may not be a minor and may be claiming he's a minor. That's very well may be. But then we're talking about the fact that you want him repatriated. It's what is
that's what I don't get. Somebody serving time and the Nigerian state as a country, not just some individual. Is it the only Nigerian there? There are several lesser cases. You've not asked that. Our Nigerians languishing away in prisons
for things they didn't do.
Yeah.
So
what does the message we are passing? What I don't understand.
Yeah.
Are we saying
once you've served
we're a country of anyhowness?
Yes.
In which
anything goes.
That's what they used to say, and we are culpable as a people that something will happen. Somebody is caught in the act, and maybe other persons across are trying to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that," and people say, "Shh, shush it. He's our thief. He's not your thief. Has he stolen your money? It's our money that has stolen, and we don't care." This is I think it's a shameful thing if you ask me. Not really because we are being harsh on Ike Ekweremadu. A father would do anything, or a parent would do anything, and that's what they try to do, but it's against the law. And somewhere they have been caught in the act. That's why I said there's been no release from any of the lawyers to say, oh, it is unjust. Oh, they were found, it is because of the travesty. What they have been pleading for all along is justice tempered with mercy. And Nigerian state is saying, give him to us. Let him come and serve the prison time. As who? That'll be all from the Nigerian Tribune. Big questions there.
All right, on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, the banner headline here says, Kebbi, Niger schools abductions. U.S. to share intel demands action. And there are several writers to that particular story right there. Let's check them out. It says here, to speed up arms requests. Presidency, that's according to the presidency there, and 239 nursery and primary pupils among 265 victims still missing in Niger. That's all we were saying just some moments ago about the age, the fragility of the people who are still in the abductors' net, and that whatever obtains in Kwara should be able to obtain in Niger as well, and other regions where abductions have taken place. And that particular one, that rider, is credited to Catholic Diocese. Kwara church attack was a sudden, terrifying act. Survivor narrates ordeal. School abductions threaten northern Nigeria's children's future. Amnesty warns. School abductions threaten northern Nigeria's children's future. That's according to Amnesty there. And we've been talking about apathy, about going to school in that region. And that's the warning still coming through Amnesty again today on the paper. All right, on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper, UK rejects federal government's request for Ekweremadu to complete prison term in Nigeria. Atiku officially joins ADC, vows end to APC's misrule. That's on page 8 as well of Vanguard newspaper. Right there. Insecurity, it's time for state police, said Southwest governors. Withdrawal of escorts, fear grieves VIPs as police plan modalities. That's on page 39. All right. There until the top strip of the paper. CBN to slam 5-year ban on bank customers over DAD check. All right. Those headlines coming through Vanguard newspaper this morning.
All right. Where is, fair gripping anybody? All right. That was what? The
Vanguard newspaper.
Vanguard. Let's see what the Punch has for us. Kidnapping crisis. Or rather, let's take the Nation newspaper. The Nation. Southwest rises against bandits. Southwest rises against bandits. Governors plan forest surveillance to halt terrorist incursion. It is time for state police. The Nation newspaper has that. Southwest rises against bandits. Governors plan forest surveillance to halt terrorist incursion. It is time for state police. And how Tinubu coordinated rescue of Eruku 38. Interesting.
Do you think we do not have planned, forest surveillance?
Well, there are people they call forest guards. Actually,
exactly.
Under this Tinubu administration. But maybe what the Southwestern governors are saying, let's have them spread across, the region, the entire Southwestern region. And that means maybe they are calling for more recruitment to have more because of what is happening. Because they're talking about incursion of bandits. So if actually we have 1,000, and now the Southwestern governors are saying, please give them to all of us. What you are saying is that 1,000 should be spread, because the forest guard is not only for the Southwestern governor, it's for the entire nation. So by virtue, they will be overstretched. So they are calling for, we need it. So automatically you are calling for more recruitment of those persons that will be forest guards.
And if we had forest guards, does it mean that they are overwhelmed? Does it mean that they're not doing their jobs? Does it mean that it is the certain aspects where they are covering?
Possibly the latest baby in the security architecture of Nigeria. There are not many. It was, they were just put together, I think, under the Tinubu's government, actually. So they are just coming up, actually. And so we need everything now. We learned, the Nigerian Senate at least talked about recruitment of 100,000 military personnel, actually, because we need, how can a country like Nigeria have less than 400,000 policemen? And 100,000 of them are carrying bags and umbrellas. And Mr. President, I've said, return. That's why that paper you read was talking about fear gripping these people. Why we fear grip them? Actually, they have been replaced with NSCDC. The government have said, let those policemen be replaced with NSCDC officers.
There are politicians everywhere.
And after, if actually you think your life is being threatened, get private security guys. They're available everywhere. But those private guys will not come cheap. They will not come cheap.
I was going to say that there are politicians everywhere. They're guarded, no doubt.
Yeah.
But then some of them even ditch or do not even want their guards to be seen. They want them as invisible as possible. And they do not show fear. I'm not saying their lives may not be at risk. Do not get me wrong. But the fact that you're actively showing fear, it means...
Well, you know what? I think it's William Shakespeare that talked about the evil that men do. Live after them, actually. So some of them, if actually you'll be doing well in your area, you won't fear being stoned, actually. But if you are the only one, as a politician, I'm not talking about businessman, as a politician, in the whole of your community with power, constant power, because your generator is always blazing and you are the only one, it's only the third road ends in front of your house and you're the only one with Evoque of the Range Rover, definitely you fear for your life. Because what you see every day is hunger in the faces of people and the crumbs you throw at them because of babao. Those people you use before election, after the election, and those guys, they will not be allowed to enter your house again. So you are going about with bevy of armed men, 4 of them attached to you, 2 of them attached to madam. 1 is following your children, 7 of them in your house. That's just the way it works. So go to NSCDC. If you don't believe the NSCDC guys, go and contact the private firms and spend that money that you have been keeping. All right. Here, Badaru, government boosting intelligence to tackle threats. And Oyilola backs are delicate to run on Accord platform. Interesting. And this particular conversation was held at complex at this radio end yesterday. And contempt charge against AMCON officials for hearing tomorrow. That'll be all from the nation, in this nation today.
All right, now moving to Punch's paper this morning. Just beside the nameplate, it says here, 2027 presidency, articles agency registration sparks storm. And right here to the major story there, kidnapping crisis, governors convene emergency session, school lockdowns rise. Right here, the writers say 39 northern governors to meet. Oh, beg your pardon, 19 northern governors to meet. Southwest plans forest surveillance. Unions faults lockdowns. Tinubu rejects mercenaries. All right, so if there is not going to be a lockdown, what should happen in all of those states? Or what would the unions rather have the governors do? Not a lockdown, or I don't know. All right. Right there, let's check out other headlines this morning. UK rejects Nigeria's request to repatriate exploAre module. That's on page 19. Osun 2026, Adeleke set to announce re-election platform. That's also on page 19. Inflation, NPC may cut interest rate again today. MPC may cut interest rate again today. Police tighten security in Lagos schools, worship centers. And right here on page 22, Constitution Review moves to 36 state assemblies. All right, to the top strip of the paper, Wike to Raki's camps differ on PDP Secretariat reopening. It's on page 19. Strike, ASU, NEC to review federal government's final terms Wednesday. NSA launches 2025 to 2030 counter-terror plan. That's according to everybody there, and that's on page 19 of Punch newspaper this morning. Several big issues considering the ASU strike and the review of federal government, right? And then the Wike to Raki camp differing on PDP Secretariat reopening. Those headlines right there on Punch's paper this morning.
All right, and I guess we take a pause right there. And when we come, we speak to development as far as the conversation regarding insecurity in Nigeria is confirmed. We understand the MLB an understanding bilateral agreement, maybe some non-binding as far as the U.S. and Nigerian governments are concerned. Stay with us.